What? There's so many game jams. What? Isn't that Dani, the guy who made Crab Game and Muck and stuff? What? Oh wait, it's him. Oh, I always wanted to do a game jam.
My first game jam ever. 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 My first game jam ever.
Wait, what's a game jam? Game jam is when a popular person or a group or just someone random decides to organize a competition between game developers in which people and judges decide which game is the best. The games are rated with multiple criterias. It depends on the jam, but in Danny's game jam, there were gameplay, audio, graphics, innovation, and team. There's no particular order to their importance. At the end of the jam, an average of all the score is made, and this is the overall score. At the end of this video, I'll tell you how I ranked, so make sure to stick around. Each jam also has different rules. For example, if you can team up, with how many people can you team up? If you can use free of use music or art assets, or if there's any restrictions. Also the use of AI, if it's in code or art. Each jam has its own unique rules and theme. The theme of this jam was attraction. You can interpret the theme in many ways. Attraction as magnets or a gravity field from a planet, or even in a romantic way. This leaves us with a lot of creativity to come up with an original game and not just everyone making the same game. At first, I thought of making a game about atoms because when I thought about attraction, I remembered my class I had in science and the electrons being pulled, and I thought it was an interesting idea since it's curious that such thing can be found in nature. I also thought it could be an interesting game similar to Agario or something similar. The goal of the game would have been to collect all the electrons from other atoms, but I didn't really know how to make this. And the more I thought about it, the more I felt like it was a bad idea. So I thought more and more about the theme of attraction, and gravity fields really intrigued me. And so I wanted to make a space game. I also already made a space game, but it was using Construct Tree. And it's a block-based language, which is way more simple. If you're struggling with coding, I've made a video for this. The link will be in the description. Anyways, back to Danny's Game Jam 2025. I started thinking about the game. The first step is who is the protagonist, the main character, or the identity of the player? Well, I thought, who lives in space? Well, alien, of course. I started making a sprite for a little alien and his spaceship. Then I put him in the game just to see, and he missed something, a fin. But when I added the fin, it looked weird. Fins are supposed to act like this. So then I added a delay. Much more natural now. But there's still something missing. That is the fire, obviously. I looked up a great tutorial on YouTube. It was about particles and VFX. All credit to him. It's a really good video too. He explains really well. Then I had to do the planets, and then the gravity, and then certain types of planets. For example, blue planets make you turn in one direction while the red one make you turn in the other, and purple planets, they just pull you. After this, I made the player's tank. The tank, I took heavy inspiration from a game I played. It's called Kingdom Two Crowns. And in that game, when you pick up money or gems, they fall in your gold pouch. And I wanted it to be a mechanic in my game. I was confused how to do it, but the answer was really simple. You only had to turn it by 90 degrees, the gravity that's applied to the ship, because it's sideways. I also had to make the cows because I wanted to fit in because um, Dani has a weird obsession with milk, and I wanted to fit in with all the other games. But in my game, it's not Danny that has a weird obsession with milk. It's the shopkeeper. He will buy you the milk for $10 and drink it instantly when you give it to him. Hmm. But there needs to be a way to connect the shop from the space world. That's when I created black holes. When you enter them, you go to the shop, but there's no risk. In every game, there's risk and reward. The reward for me was the easy part. It's simple upgrades like speed, which in my code is actually acceleration. Acceleration, which is in my code actually maximum speed. Drift, which is the gravity force that the planets performs towards the spaceship. Fuel quality, which makes the fuel last longer. Gas station production is the number of fuel orb you receive. And finally, cow production, which is the number of milk orb you receive from cow. Those are the upgrades, and they were pretty simple to implement. Also, considering I already made upgrades in another game, you still need money or a currency to buy those upgrades from the shop. You do this by collecting milk that you get from the space cows, and then you go in the black hole to upgrade your ship to get even more milk. I thought the gameplay loop was interesting, but I still needed risk in my game to make it interesting. That is why I added collision with the planet and losing your tank content. You still have a chance to gain it back if you have your fuel bar up. But when I was making the game, I had an issue with the liquids. Sometimes they would stack up. This is a huge problem because it would leave the player stuck and he wouldn't be able to control the ship, which is a big issue. That is when I created the unjammer. It is a mechanic that I added to push the milk away and the oil too, to, well, unjam and be able to fuel it correctly. I think it's a great way to show how developers interact with their game and how something can progress and become a gameplay feature. Like the saying, it's not a bug, it's a feature. I think here it really applies, and I think great games also do this. But me, it was mainly laziness. But yeah, I think I still managed to do something cool. Finally, I made everything that is needed for my game. I only needed to put it all together with random world generation. I already had an idea how I would do that, but it was my first time ever trying to make a world randomly. And it was actually quite simple. All I needed to do was make the bounds of the map, the number of each elements I wanted in each bounds. I needed to know what's the height of the bound, and when the player exceeded that height plus the height of the bound previously created, I would create a new one and push the U-shaped bound up to save performance for the player. I deleted the previously created planets because it would only make it lag more. There was many bugs, but I fixed most of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think game jams are a great way for game developers improve their skills and see where they need to better themselves. Now that it's the ranking phase, I played and tested many games, but I'll show you guys my two favorite ones. The first one is called Victor Drift, and it's a game similar to Asteroid, you know, the arcade game. I think it's really well made. The gravity was really fun, and the graphics were really amazing. Kind of bring home that arcade kind of feel. The game was made by a remaining dev, so congrats to him. Another game I really enjoyed was Chungus Traction. It kind of felt like those older .io games like Agario or like the game with the black hole. I forgot the name. But yeah, it was quite fun. I even broke the game just to let you know I played that game and it was quite nice. The game was made by Lucas Devs, and again, well made, well done. Now it's time for the moment you all waited for. I'll reveal the overall score of my game. Ranked 67 is not bad considering I wanted to be in the top 50%. The number of total games was 132, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm surprised my graphics rating was this low, honestly. I think it was maybe my Unity, my graphic Unity, honestly. Some of the stuff was all over the place. So I'll try improving on that next jam. I got lots of compliment on my gameplay, so I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, I'm overall really happy with how I performed. Thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day.